All right, if your job is all about getting found online, listen up, because the entire game has just changed. For years, we've all been chasing clicks, right? Fighting for those top rankings. But what happens when the click itself starts to become obsolete? That's what we're diving into today, the brand new playbook for getting seen, and it's called Answer Engine Optimization.
So let's kick things off with an idea that might feel a little unsettling, especially for those of us who've been in the trenches for a while. We're talking about the end of the click. I mean, for as long as I can remember, the click has been our North Star. It's the metric we lived and died by. Well, that era is coming to a close, fast. And that means the old SEO playbook, it's starting to look pretty outdated. And this really hits the nail on the head. Look, SEO isn't dead. Let's get that out of the way. But just ranking a page, that's not enough anymore. Not even close. You know, getting to page 1 used to feel like you'd won the race. Now, it's barely the starting line. Okay, let this number sink in for a second. Around 65%. That's the percentage of Google searches that end without a single click. 65%. People are getting their answers right there on the results page, from an AI overview or a featured snippet, and they never even have to visit your website. This isn't some passing trend, folks. This is the new normal. And if you want to see a real-world example, just look at Stack Overflow. I mean, this site is a legend in the developer community, right? But after ChatGPT came on the scene, its traffic took a nosedive. Now, did developers suddenly stop needing help with their code? Of course not. The need didn't go away, but the destination did. They started getting their answers directly from an AI. It's the perfect proof that website traffic is no longer the be-all and end-all measure of whether your content matters. So, if the click is on its way out, what's taking its place? It's simple, really. The answer. And this shift brings us to a whole new way of thinking, a new framework we all need to master: Answer Engine Optimization, AEO for short. Okay, so what in the world is AEO? Well, think of it like this. It's all about creating and structuring your content to be so good, so clear, and so authoritative that AI systems like ChatGPT or Google's AI overviews pick your content as the direct, definitive answer. The goal here isn't to be another blue link. The goal is to be the source. And this chart here really breaks it down. Traditional SEO, that was all about ranking pages to get traffic. Simple. But with AEO, the goal is totally different. It's to become the answer itself. And that means our metrics have to evolve too. We've got to stop obsessing over clicks and traffic and start tracking things like AI mentions and citations. The new bottom line question is, when someone asks a question, is our brand the one providing the answer? And hey, if you're thinking, does this actually work? Just look at NerdWallet. This is a fascinating story. Their website traffic actually went down by 20%. In the old world, that would have set off alarm bells everywhere, right? Mass panic. But here's the kicker. Their revenue went up by 35%. How? Because they pivoted. They focused on being the most trusted source for financial answers right there in the snippets and AI results. It's absolute proof that authority can be way more valuable than just raw traffic. All right, so we get the why. The landscape has changed. Now, let's get into the good stuff, the how. What do these answer engines actually look for? And more importantly, how do we give it to them? And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If the old game of just chasing keywords and building backlinks is over, what signals should we be focusing on now? What do these new AI-powered answer engines truly care about? You know, it all boils down to quality and trust. That's it. The AI is literally designed to hunt for the most comprehensive, clearly structured content from sources it deems credible. So you got to think less about clever little SEO tricks and more about genuinely proving that you are the authority on your topic. And this is where Google's whole EEAT framework becomes absolutely crucial. That stands for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. It's not just a guideline anymore, it's a core requirement. See, the AI is being trained to spot content that comes from real, firsthand experience. It wants to cite a human expert, not some soulless, generic content farm. Okay, let's get practical. How do we actually do this? Here are 4 core techniques you can start using today. First, format your content in a simple Q&A style. Answer the question directly. Second, use structured data, schema markup. It's basically code that helps the AI understand exactly what your content is about.
Third, really go after those featured snippets. They're often the direct source for these AI answers. And finally, do everything you can to reinforce those EEAT signals we just talked about.
All right, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture for a second. Because AICO, as important as it is really just one critical piece of a much larger puzzle that's taking shape around generative AI. So in this new world, you're going to hear two acronyms thrown around a lot, AEO and GEO. Here's a simple way to think about it. AEO, Answer Engine Optimization, that's your tactical game. It's about winning the answer for a specific question right here, right now. But GEO, Generative Engine Optimization, that's the long game. That's the strategic play. It's about becoming so authoritative that you actually help shape what the AI knows in the first place. You become a source it learns from and trusts over time. And this quote right here just perfectly sums up the whole shift. For so long, we chased clicks because we thought they were a sign of user trust. But now we have to build that trust directly with the AI systems themselves because they are the new gatekeepers of information.
So what's the big takeaway here? What do you do tomorrow? Well, it's really a call to action. Stop just writing content. Start structuring it for machines. Stop just competing for a rank. Start owning your topic with undeniable authority. Because in this new world of search, the goal is actually pretty simple. Be the answer.
If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share it, with others who might benefit too. To learn more about product management and digital marketing, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.